Patrick, when you got here, you talked about coming back because you believe the team could be this way. I guess how rewarding is it to see a home playoff game for you and just have this opportunity ahead?
Well, it's very rewarding to see all the hard work pay off. Just especially with the talent, the leadership that we had in this locker room, the team before, and the year before, just knew it was very promising. And there was no doubt in my mind that we would be in this position right here if we had the right guy, leading this group. We're family. Kwesi did a great job of picking the right guy in KO. Made us better in every facet of the game, situational, better special teams, offense, pretty much unstoppable up into, as of right now. So, yeah, it's just very, very happy, not only for myself, but for the guys. As we got a lot of young guys who never taste, this type of success, so just want those guys to continue to relish this moment, give us everything you got, and we'll see what happens at the end of the year.
Hey Pat, I guess building off of that, Coach Dontel said that there's a lot of benefit to kind of having that blend of older guys who have been to the playoffs and have that experience, and then some of the younger guys who this will be their first time. What has that been like for you guys as playoff veterans, maybe to sort of share advice or encouragement for them?
Just having the guys understand the margin of error is just very small now. For the most part, it's another game. We played in. If you look at our season, we played in every game we played this year was a playoff game. We had to find ways to win on the road. We had to come up with big stops, had to make field goals. So if you look at it in totality, we played in 17 playoff games. So this is just another game, but we have to understand versus those 17 games versus this game, there's no tomorrow. So that's where the margin of error, having the guys understand that it's very, very. It's much smaller than what it was in the regular season.
Your first trip to the playoffs in a while, Justin said that you may be sharing that you've been in the league for a while. It doesn't happen all that often. So how does that kind of impact the urgency that you feel to seize this moment with this team?
Yeah, and we talked about it. I can't remember what meeting that was, but Coach gave the leaders an opportunity to address the team before a game. But that was my main message. Just relish the moment, man. Just at that time, I think we had like 2 months left in football in the season. I was like, man, just think about it. Just give us everything you have for these 2 months. We'll restack it up again and give us everything you have again for another month and a half or however long the postseason may last. You may be happy with the result, but you don't want to be in a position like this and have regrets after. So that's why I tell the guys, relish these moments, enjoy it, and don't leave a stone unturned.
What did you learn from covering them last time and the fact that it was kind of recent?
Yeah, very, very tough, gritty team. Physical on both lines of scrimmage for those guys up front. Those guys want to establish the run, try to get Saquon Barkley involved as much as possible. It's kind of the bell cow for their offense. Defense, we know we're going to see all type of exotic pressures, from them on the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be another tough game. And I just believe that, that we're more than ready, for the position that we put ourselves in. I'm excited for the guys. The energy around here has not changed. Guys are not uptight. Guys are just ready to go out there and let it rip.
Pat Pete, what's kind of JJ been like this week? He seemed to be, when we just spoke to him, maybe more low-key than we thought entering his first playoff game and talking about, the Super Bowl is his ultimate goal. What's he kind of been like from what you've observed, how he's approaching his first playoff game?
Pretty much the same as he was week one. And that's the biggest thing. We don't want to make this game bigger than what it is. It's another football game just in a bigger moment. So having guys understand the biggest thing about this game is just the margin of error is just very small, and we have to start fast. We can't find ourselves in a hole and trying to dig ourselves back out because it may not happen. And like I said, it may not be no tomorrow. It may not, let's clean that up the next day. So I think we have a great mixture of older guys, veteran guys, guys who's been in that moment, that's able to continue to share stories and things that's going to be able to help guys throughout this week and also throughout this run as well.
Coach O'Connell went through it with the Rams, won the Super Bowl last year. Has he been preaching to you guys to try to treat it like just another game, or what exactly?
No, Coach, for the most part, is just going about it just like another week. I think guys understand where we are right now. So like I said, we don't want to make this bigger than what it is. Guys understand where we are, the circumstances of this game, how important it is for us to be on the same page at all times. And we had a great Wednesday yesterday of practice, looking to have another great day of practice here today. And guys just looking forward to going out there and executing the game plan.
Given that you guys pretty much ran away with the division, when's the last time you faced a game that felt like a must-win game?
For me, every game is a must-win. Because you want to you prepare to win. So especially later on in the season, I feel like once you cross, November after Thanksgiving, that's when, for the most part, every game is a must-win because that's now you're starting to prime yourself for the playoffs. So you want to build that mentality of going into games. This is a must-win situation, and once the end of November hit, that was my message to guys. Like, understand, we may have another week, but this is a must-win game because it's going to be a playoff atmosphere. We may be facing different scenarios where guys may be hurt, so we might have to plug in somebody else. So after November, typically after Thanksgiving, for every team, every game is a must-win.
How much, all these close games, 11-0 in close games, how much does that help prepare you for the playoffs and that you guys have come back when the odds are against you and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think it just prepares us, for if we find ourselves in that position, but we don't want to find ourselves in that position, So I just think, winning those 11 games is just going to be a tool that we can rely on or fall back on if we find ourselves down or need to play in that game.
Patrick, can you remind us of the back and forth you had with Hodgins, the trash talking in the Christmas Eve game, and how you foresaw? Is that correct? You foresaw an interception coming?
Yeah, it really wasn't much trash talking per se. It was just a little. We really wasn't bad talking one another. He was just saying that he called a pass on me, and I was just telling him, just relax. It's a 4-quarter game. If the quarterback continues to try me, I will pick one of his balls off. So that ended up happening, and it's actually started from the receiver on their sideline. He wasn't even dressed. I'm not even going to say his name, but it started with him. So he poked the bear a little bit, and his team had to pay for it.
What did he say after you picked it off?
Well, I didn't even see him after I picked it off. He got straight to the locker room.